to our video chat for April of 2024 of Donkeys and Dragons, where we spend about 15 minutes chatting about a specific topic. Today, our topic for discussion is testing AI voice and chatbots. Our guest is Valliammai Senthilnathan. I'm sure I mispronounced that, so she'll help and correct us. She is an engineering manager at Electrolux. Valli is a highly skilled and results-driven professional with more than 16 years of experience in quality assurance and validation, and combined with a dedication to product quality excellence. Her background includes outstanding experience in leading the testing team on an agile train and providing solutions on more strategic level to drive continuous quality improvements and ensure compliance with regulations. I watched Valli's talk with her teammate at Eurostar Huddle about the same topic and was just so impressed with how much they understand about their customers and how they cover all the quality bases. So anyways, hello, I'm Lisa Chrisman.
Hello,
And I'm Janet Gregory, and we welcome
hello.
Valli.
Hello, hi Lisa, hi Janet.
Hello and welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you both.
All right, so let's start in on the questions because we like to keep this short. So, what did you do to prepare for testing AI, voice, and chatbots? Did you actually get special training, or did you have to go out and find out all that information yourself?
Yeah, it's interesting. I have 16 years of experience, but I have never done any AI chatbot or voice bot testing. So a couple of years back, I joined Electrolux. That is where the first I encountered with AI chat and voice bot testing. But the good thing is I had engineering manager on the AI side who had a PhD from this AI, and she was also had a lot of experience working with this AI chatbots and voice bots. So she gave us a lot of information. How should we design the testing strategy? So I could look for internally. It was helpful for us. And on the top of that, I also went into Googling is, I think, a good support material where we want to see what are the best practices available, what can we reuse, and which can help us. So it is a mix of both. Internally, we looked for information as well as we looked around for best practices and tried to adapt it.
Awesome. Yeah, it's very handy that you had that incredible expert helping you out. In
Amazing.
your Eurostar Huddle talk, you had a lot of information about your Electrolux customers, what they might need when they're seeking help from customer support and using these voice and chat bots. How did you go about learning so much? I was impressed with how much you knew about your customers and their needs, and how important was that to your testing approach?
Mhm. So as you know, like in the Eurostar, we presented, we are part of the service and domain, service and repair domain, and our main agenda is to give a best consumer experience. So how can we give that consumer experience is to understand what is the need of a consumer. So consumer is all our customers. So we want to we understand their needs. So we know what is the purpose, why this chatbot was built in the first place, so that we can see whether the chatbot is providing the right value for what it was built for. So we were, it's, I think that learning the domain was a key thing to do to so that it helped us to see what are the different types of customers that we have, what are the different requests they have, why they what they do with the chatbot, and from the support as well, from the production, right, based on whatever questions they ask the bot, we collect what is the most commonly asked question as well. So we take that feedback and we implement in our regression tester. So we are constantly improving this. It is not something that we have that stays. So we are always trying to improve because the things changes in a period of time in this industry.
So
And we have a lot of different types of consumers as well.
I was going to say different consumers would have different kinds of questions. So Yeah, I get very frustrated with some of the chatbots out there. They do not answer what I want. So, can you
Exactly.
tell me what business value you think the chatbot provides? And maybe talk about a little bit about what quality attributes that you need to test for example, response time, maybe.
Exactly, because you pointed out, right? You were frustrated while talking to a chatbot, right? We don't want our consumers to be frustrated or stressed talking to our chatbot.
Yeah,
The main business value our chatbot gives is the average handling time. So any queries they have, the handling time should be minimal. So that is why we have this chatbots in place. And when there are different kinds of agents who is human agents answering the call, they have different kind of skill set. So the chatbot will also understand what is the question that a consumer has, and it will redirect to the right agent with the right skill set so that they get the answers quickly. So main thing with the chatbot business value is average like handling time should be shorter, which is a non-functional requirement, right? So
yeah,
performance is a key, the response time is a key. Nobody wants to chat with a chatbot which takes 30 minutes to respond, right? It should be really quick, 5 minutes, otherwise you lose the interest and you would never want to chat with a chatbot. Even I have a lot of experience chatting with the chatbot. I directly want to talk to the agent. I
Right.
want to avoid this chatbots. But from the agent perspective also, right? When we test, we need to test from a consumer perspective, and we also need to test from agent perspective. For an agent, it is
right.
frustrating to handle the lot of calls in a day, right? They get stressed. All humans
Mm.
get stressed, so they are very stressed when there is too much volume of calls. If everybody wants to talk to agent, and they need to collect repetitively same information, the consumer name, address, what is the product, what is the PNC ID. For every consumer, they need to collect this basic information, which is a repetitive task. Even though it is different people talking to them, for them, it is the same information that they collect every time. So, and the self service, right? Certain things, for example, when a dishwasher is leaking, you will if you see in our troubleshooting articles in the online, or if you chat with our chatbot, it can help you to solve the problem. You don't need to wait till the contact center is open, or you don't need to talk to our agent. It is you will lose eventually lot of time, right? Instead of fixing the problem, you have to wait to fix the problem. So the self-service can be handled by the AI chatbot. So these are the three important challenges that we had. That's why we were moving towards this AI chatbot. So it is more to help the agent as well. They are also human. So we don't want them to have a repetitive or stressful task, right? Because as a company, the attrition or retention rate is more for these agents. They don't have motivation, right? When they have to do something repetitively. Even for us in testing industry, we don't want to do something repetitively. We go for automation
Exactly.
immediately. There is a solution, right? Otherwise, we will not be motivated if you ask me daily to do the same thing again and
Yeah,
again.
Mm-hmm.
So
we
I
agree.
see exactly. I see the agent also similarly, right? So maybe this chatbot is to help the consumer to solve their problem quickly, wherever it is possible. It is not possible all the cases. Today we don't have a lot of use cases with the chatbot, but we are trying to see slowly how can we have more use cases. But some of the cases for the consumers, they can get their problem solved quickly, and for agent also they can work efficiently.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think,
Oh, go
yeah, I was
ahead.
going to say one of the problems that I see a lot of times is that when we talk about customers, we're only thinking external.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm.
don't think about the internal ones, and that's the like your agents for you on the chatbot.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
and
good.
not only the customers and the agents, but yourselves, because like you say, if you couldn't automate a lot of this testing, that would be not a fun job
Yeah.
for the people doing the
Exactly.
testing either. So you have a lot of unusual challenges, I think, with testing the AI chatbots. I do love it that in your presentation at Eurostar Huddle, you mentioned it has that you call it Freya, I think is the name of it.
Freya
Um,
or Freya?
It's Freya.
it
Freya.
sounds
Well,
it
Freya.
sounds friendly.
exactly. When
And
you give a name, it's nice, right? You feel
yeah,
that is a person.
yeah.
You can relate to it very well.
And you mentioned in your presentation about testing things like language understanding and natural language processing so that the bot itself can understand what's being asked, I guess. I can see that's really important. And I'm curious, how did you come up with a test strategy for that kind of testing?
So for AI or machine learning related products, right, it is a framework that they always need to test this natural language processing, because it needs to understand what is that intent or what is the question, because a question can be asked in many different ways. Still, the bot should understand the question and should able to answer you, right? The consumer can ask about like buying a new product or a problem with their existing product. It can be asked in number of different ways. And as you know, like Electrolux is there in 120 different markets. So our AI chatbot should support that local language as well. So in the local language, there can be different accents and different possibilities. So it's n number of combinations and probabilities that we have to see. So NLP testing is very basic when you test any kind of AI or ML related products, to see how is this understanding, right? Because basically you're training this bot to answer. So you need to see how good you have trained the bot as well. So this NLP is to see how good have we trained the bot. There is something called blind test that we do, which we didn't mention in the presentation actually, because this is done by the data scientist. The NLP testing is also done by the data scientist, because you need a specific competency to do that. So we testers are not doing this testing, so it is done by the experts, data scientists. So blind test is nothing but in the production, right, the most commonly asked questions, they try to train it in the bot. So they test the bot every time when they do some deployment or when they do some release, to see how it is behaving. So they try to improve as well based on because the feedback is very important. I see this bot also is similar to testing, right? For any kind of testing we do in the test environment, the feedback that we get in production is very important, so that we can keep on improving. Why are we testing? To have like a better code in production, right? So it's similar, like we need to learn from this, how the chatbot is answering. That feedback is very important for us to learn and to train the chatbot better, so that our consumer, it maybe the first time you got a bad experience with the chatbot, maybe if they use that data and they train it in a better way, the next time we can give you a better experience for sure. This is
Right.
all like new technologies and new things, right? It will take its time to be mature enough. So we are also constantly improving things.
Wow, it's
Continuous
fascinating.
learning. Yeah,
Yes.
continuous learning from the chatbot, the AI, but also from you, from a testing perspective and the data scientists. So it's kind of a continuous learning cycle as well. That's
Those
good.
Exactly.
feedback loops are built in and you're relying on them. That's really important.
Yeah. All right. So last question for you. What advice can you give people who are interested in learning more about testing AI voice and chat box, or other similar AI assisted kind of applications?
Hmm. I think it's like the plural site or some kind of support materials can definitely help to learn about how do we test, and to see like in the market there are a lot of people like community, like testing communities where people share information. That also I see a very good source of inspiration, and try to leverage as much as possible, because I don't want to reinvent the wheel again and again, right? Because a lot of information is already available, so it's easier to leverage that and take benefit of it instead of reinventing the wheel. So I always look for the communities whenever there is something new that they are presenting, how can we adapt if it is really good. So I feel like the testing community is a great source of information. Apart from that, all these new technologies, I think plural site and people who have already worked with these kind of technologies and successful, that is also key. And I heard from my engineering manager, like on the AI side, right? She was saying like based on her experience, the test-driven development for this AI related is the best thing to move forward with.
Awesome. Those are
Excellent.
good tips.
Yeah, they are good tips. So we'll wrap this session up. And the timing works perfectly. So I'm just going to share my screen again so that we get our contact information. And Lisa, take it away.
Here we go. So please feel free to get in touch with us if you have questions, if you have ideas for future episodes, or you want to potentially be a guest. And if you liked our video chat, please like and subscribe our YouTube channel, and also check out our Agile Testing Fellowship website. We also have a newsletter you can subscribe to, which comes out every month. And also don't forget to check out our blog posts. Valli, we're so happy to have you with us. It was such a very new to us topic, and I hope it's as interesting to our viewers as it is to us.
Thank you for having me, Lisa and Janet. I think you both are big names in the testing world. So it's really a honor for me to be here and part of your session. Thank you so much for having me.
Bye bye all.
See y'all next month.